Oh no. Juice Media have got another honest government ad, and it is based on Western Australia. I got a feeling this is going to be damning.
Visit Western Australia, ancient land of mysteries. Like, why can't we merge? What happened to Eats? And who the fuck asked for this?
Hang on, to be fair, that does look quite cool. I don't know what it's really for. It literally looks like a not very high observation tower, because it's just loads of stairs. But it does look quite cool if that's anything to go by.
Asked for this. It's also home to heaps of Aussie icons. Cape Knob, Centred Knob, Sufficiency Knob, and of course these knobs. Hello, I'm from Woodside. I mean the Western Australian government.
I haven't seen this, and I've got a feeling where this is going to go. Woodside is an energy company, right? This is going to be very about climate change and energy, and this is going to be brutal. I just know it. Oh, look at the government emblem. Wow, that's a lot of oil rigs.
We'd like to begin with an acknowledgement of country, and by paying respect to the traditional owners of this land, which is why you'll see their shitty logo everywhere. On the city, footy team, festival, unis, theatre, orchestra, ballet, SciTech, even on children. Woodside nippers. Kids will need to swim a lot to survive the worsening floods we're causing, so Woodside's helping them to learn young. Plus, we're sadists, so using your child as a billboard for the company that's trying to kill them gives us wood. Woodside nippers.
No way. Do they really have a kids' life-saving group called Woodside Nippers? One, nippers is a weird word for children. I've heard of it. But to be an energy... it's almost hypocritical, isn't it?
Did you know WA is the only state in Australia with rising emissions? That's because when the EPA told us to reduce our emissions, we told it to get fucked. And with help from our mate Kerry, it did. And that's why now this guy, who is our bitch, can give us the thumbs up to build Australia's most polluting project ever. Introducing the Burrup Hub.
This is a serious problem though, isn't it? That companies and organizations can have so much influence. Look at America, for example. We know what the gun problem is over there, but nothing will change. Nothing properly will change because of the gun lobbyists who have got, give them lots of money. It's same with the energy companies. I didn't realize Australia would be as bad, but by the sounds of this, energy companies have a real grip on the politicians.
If approved, the Burrup Hub will open up 2 new mega gas fields, expand this lawn sausage and extend this tumour's life by half a century, which combined will emit the equivalent of 12 times Australia's annual emissions. Would that undermine the world's efforts to meet the Paris target?
Probably.
Yes. Will it push us closer to what local philosopher Aussie Man calls destination fucked? Absolutely. But is it a good deal? Sure. For these guys who'll make billions in profits whilst paying bugger all royalties. We raise less from them than encourage from you. Oh, and most of these companies also pay bugger all taxes, are mostly foreign owned, and employ fewer people than any other sector. Which means the economic benefit to WA comes to approximately... fuck all. But hey, at least it'll keep the lights on. Well, renewables would do that too, minus the floods and fires. But here we are delaying them by investing in shit like this.
This is the thing, okay? These energy companies, with all the money, if you look over here, Shell, BP, they have made billions and billions in extra profit, okay? And I understand companies need to make money. I completely get that. And the debate over here has been about a windfall tax. Charge the gas and oil companies a windfall tax, which will lower our bills. I don't necessarily agree with that. In my opinion, it should be, these guys should be forced to spend the money to invest in renewables, offshore, wind, all the wind and the solar and everything, and whatever it is. Now, whether or not you agree with the principle of solar power and all that, I don't understand how you can't, but each to their own, put the tinfoil hats on. Why are they spending this money then to invest in the offshore oil, the rigs and things? It puzzles me. We know the damage. We've known the damage for years and years and years. I don't just mean 10 years. BP, I think it was BP, knew about the damage in climate change that was being done back in the 80s, but because of money, nothing was done about it. But this money could be, they can still make money, but invest it in other ways. It's frustrating, really frustrating. And I'm sure there'll be people saying, oh, these wokies, snowflakes, oh, these lefties. Get a grip. Get a grip. Get a grip. It's easy to say, oh, this flooding and everything. Look at Pakistan, for Christ's sake. Look at Pakistan, the flooding they've suffered because of the changing climate. It's not the earth that is going to die. It's not the earth will be fine. But it is the creatures, great and small, that live on it. Oh, it's frustrating. There's a little rant done.
Besides, most of Burup's gas is for export. Will exporting gas help Asia to adopt renewables? That's what we tell you. Just don't read this CSIRO report we commissioned and then refuse to release because it says that's bullshit. Is the Burup hub at least safe? Of course not. It requires drilling under the Scott Reef, displacing whales with seismic testing, and risks routing everything from Ningaloo to Timor if there's a spill. It also risks wiping out the nearby Murujuga rock art. Remember that time our mates blew up this ancient sacred site? Whoops! Well, this time it's one of the oldest art galleries in the world, home to the first recorded image of the human face that risks being erased by acid rain. Are we gonna do it anyway? You betcha! We're just waiting for approvals from Canberra, so please don't contact your federal Labor MP to remind them that you elected them to end the climate shitfuckery, not to approve Australia's most polluting project ever. This has been a message from the Western Australian government. And remember, just because our former Treasurer went straight onto the Woodside board, as did our former Federal Resources Minister, and just because the last 3 chairs of our regulator used to work for Woodside, and our Premier threatened to bypass the courts if they ruled against Woodside, and just because 4 of our last 5 Premiers had gas lobby staff working in their offices, and gas companies donate shit tons to both major parties, Woodside being the biggest donor of all, doesn't mean the gas industry has captured this government. It just means it is the government. Visit Woodside. I mean WA. Whatever. We own this place. Fuck you.
Authorised by the Department for State Capture. It is just so frustrating. You think, for example, certain people are going to make a real difference when they get into power, and they don't. And I understand why people don't trust politicians, because they allow these things to get through. In my heart of hearts, I think, no, not all politicians are the same. But when money gets involved, it's hard to believe otherwise, isn't it? Oh, man. When will people learn? When will people stop thinking about themselves? Because that's what it really is. People thinking about themselves. Oh, that's really depressing to hear about Western Australia. But if you're from Western Australia, I'd love to know your thoughts. Please let me know down in the comments. How against this are you? If you're one of the Tin Pot people, just keep it to yourself because you're an idiot. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. The Juice Media and these of honest government ads do a great job. It's satire, remember. It's satire. But they do a great... Hello, Pix. You've been out in the rain. They do a great job of highlighting things that need to be pushed to the forefront of things. And here is another one in Western Australia about Woodside and all the energy companies basically getting their own way and money. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.